I have a question for everyone. When was the last time you ate an entire pie by yourself?
Oh, yesterday?
I knew he was going to say that.
You know, that ruins what I'm about to say.
I'm
Because
kidding.
you were going to
You
eat
know
one
me, though.
today all by yourself because
Okay.
we're making ham pies. Our next guest is here to show us how to make the perfect little ham pie that will be perfect for your barbecues this Memorial Day. Please welcome back our good friend, Catherine McCord.
Welcome, Catherine. And I did not eat a whole pie yesterday.
That is such a
You
lie.
did.
He hasn't eaten a whole pie since probably he was like 6 or 7.
He has a hollow leg,
Yeah,
please.
exactly. Well, as you can see, Emerald and Tom have stuck around because they love pies just as much as we do
Yes.
around here.
Welcome, guys.
Interesting. So the pies we're going to make today, Catherine, are really yummy, and they were inspired by something that's very nostalgic to all of us.
McDonald's.
It's true.
Yeah, because I used to go there. I would go to McDonald's as a kid, and I would see them, I would smell them, and I would take a bite and be like, oh my God, they're so delicious, but I would never let my kids eat them now.
Heavenly. They were so good.
Heavenly, but they're fried in palm oil. There's GMOs. There's like all the corn syrup. So we're going to make a fresher, brighter hand pie that you can make at home.
Healthier.
And equally as delicious.
Equal, honestly, and it's even more because it's the fresh fruit,
Right.
and they're perfect for Memorial Day.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
And you make them fast.
Yeah.
You're done in 30 minutes.
Oh yeah,
You know,
this
you
is
can even
30
freeze these guys.
Exactly. This is like the perfect because you don't need fork, knife. It's just in your hand.
Zero.
Perfect for kids and adults.
So we are going to start with making our pie filling. So what's going in our filling?
Okay, so for our filling, this is really simple. Because of Memorial Day, I wanted to do like, you know, a white and blue. You could also get, if you wanted, you could put some raspberries, strawberries.
Okay.
And even as we move into summer, peaches, apricots, nectarines. But this is just an apple that I peeled and cubed.
Any kind of apple?
Yeah, you can use, this is a Granny Smith, but you could also use a Red Delicious, a Gala, a Fuji, little bit of brown sugar just to sweeten it up. But again, like if you're going au naturel, you could do just the fresh strawberries because that you know that summer fruit is just like at the peak of perfection.
True.
Cinnamon, just I love a little cinnamon, gives it a little punch and a little bit more flavor.
And it also cuts the sweetness a little bit because I'm noticing I like it because it's sweet, but it's not like overly sweet.
Right.
You know, I don't like it when pies are too sweet.
And you could actually even give it a little little lemon juice to just brighten the flavor even more. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside.
Okay.
And then we have
those juices
pie
come together.
dough. So
We don't even make this. You could buy it at the store, right?
you could buy it at the store, but you made this earlier, and I really, really appreciate it, Debbie.
Thank you. But if you didn't have the time, you could just buy it.
Totally. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, like your grandmother made it.
5 in the morning making the pie crust.
Always. I actually make the pie
Always.
crust for all the restaurants in town.
Exactly.
So it's my side hustle.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know it's impressive, Tom.
So I like to use this really beautiful size circle cookie cutter.
Okay.
But you could also use, you ready for this? A glass.
That's right.
You could even use like a canister that's a circle at home.
yeah,
You know,
there you
like, you know, use your imagination. So we're going to cut lots and lots of different circles out. I'm just going to.
Okay, we'll move this aside and just put those two there.
Did you say how thick to roll the dough out? Because I have often left it a little too thick in the past.
Yeah, so we're gonna cut about a quarter inch. You know,
Okay.
like a little bit more between a quarter and a half. You don't want it to be too thick. You don't want it to be too thin.
All right.
We're gonna add about 2 teaspoons to a tablespoon of the mixture. Now we're gonna do a little egg wash, but like Debbie and I were talking about earlier, you could also just do some water. You could do a little bit of heavy cream.
Sure.
And this is like we like to say is like our glue, but like you could again if you're using water, you don't even need the brush. You just take your finger and then we're gonna just fold it over.
So you don't want to overstuff.
You don't want to overstuff. But again, like let's go back to the stuffing. You could also put preserves.
how good
you
would
could
that
put
be?
some whipped cream cheese.
So it's kind of like an empanada, right?
You
There
said
you go.
it. She knows exactly.
Nailed it.
I used to make these with my grandma.
Yeah.
But we fill them up with pumpkin.
Oh, I
They're my
love
favorite.
that.
Yes.
And you can make
Great
them
idea.
savory or sweet. I mean, again, like for Memorial Day, it's just like that beautiful perfection. But look at those.
Do we any more egg wash
so
on top?
cute. So you could do a little bit of egg wash to make them
Just
a
for
little
beauty?
bit just more golden.
Yeah.
Again, that cream would be perfect. And this really does just make them really beautiful.
And if you really wanted to make it like the ham pies from the fast food restaurant, you could sprinkle with some palm sugar.
Turbinado
or
sugar.
turbinado, and that way that crunch that you get is really special.
I mean, you and I are like living our best childhood dreams
I know.
right now.
You're losing both of you. But can I say another thing that I really like about this is
please.
that, you know, when you're having a pie, one of the best things is getting like the right pie to pie crust ratio.
Yes.
I feel like these have a lot of pie crust for the pie filling.
Right.
You know what I mean? You love that
Perfect.
crunch. So it's a good.
It's all about the
ratio.
balance of it, exactly. So look at me, as you said, like don't overstuff them. What am I doing? I'm totally stuffing them.
Oh no, but that's great.
Yeah.
But also an important tip to mention is that we have to poke holes in them.
Yes. So here's the thing about the holes. Like look, it's not most likely it's not going to happen, but they could just like bust, because there's some steam happening in there. So sometimes I like to just take a like a little toothpick, or what you could do is when you roll it out, on half of it you could take like a little heart or star cookie cutter, and just so that the top
like a design.
before you fill it, and just make a little bit of a design.
How sweet
it's just
is
super
that?
cute.
You know, there's these pie birds.
Yeah.
Have you heard of those? There's these little
have
things
not.
and they have.
It's a little
they're
too challenging, though.
They have a little bird and they have a hole, and the steam comes out of the bird's mouth. You sit on top of a pie, so we're basically making a homemade one.
I know.
I've seen those before.
Super cute. So we're going to bake these at 425. I'm just going to pop them in the oven.
For how long?
About 20 minutes, just until they're nice and golden. And when they're finished, I mean, this is like
Magic.
Just
Oh my gosh, look at that!
See what I'm talking about? Like, look at that. They're like
Beautiful.
blueberry juice, just like fresh and bursting out.
And you could freeze these as well,
So
right?
yeah, let's talk about that. So right before Ching Ching, right before Memorial Day, you could make them today and then pull them out of the freezer on Monday. Put them right in. Don't feel like you have to defrost them or anything. You could add about a minute or two to the baking time, but I would say that you're ready to go.
And these are also great to go in the car when you're late for school.
Yes.
For the kids.
Why not? A little
It's all fruit.
little bit of fruit
having
breakfast.
flashbacks, going
mean,
into the McDonald's and having,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Look at
Only
that.
better, only
Can I-
better.
Using it so
So
Can I,
Super delicious.
Can I
Yeah.
have another one?
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
we're asking, we've got requests here over the
that's
counter.
my kind of friend.
Everybody at home,
Like-
full recipe. Is that hallmarkchannel.com?